For many solopreneurs, solo creators, and small business owners, the content game can feel like a grind. And there may be nothing worse than the feeling that you don't have anything to publish for the next day or the coming week. Except there is one thing that is worse. A few years ago, before I had my content system in place, I was panicking. I wasn't sure what I wanted to talk about on my podcast. I had sponsors lined up, I had a new lead magnet, and I just wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to talk about. Then an idea hit me. So I went right to work, created a synopsis, a basic outline, and I recorded the episode. As I was recording it, though, it felt strangely familiar, as if I had covered this before. Once I finished, I edited it, I got it ready to go, and I still had this nagging feeling like this felt all too familiar. And it turns out about 6 weeks prior, not even that long ago, I had covered the same exact topic, which means I wasted a ton of time creating content I already created because I didn't have a good planner, a good system in place. That was a devastating feeling for me because the content game feels like a grind. It already takes a long time, and I just did repeat work that I didn't need to do. I was basically starting from scratch, even though I had a fully fleshed out idea. I knew something had to change at that point. I made big improvements to my content production process. I connected everything across all of my platforms. So now I log the idea and I can easily check if I've already talked about it. And it is going super well. So today, I want to show you how you can get ahead of the content game without starting from scratch, without wasting a bunch of time, and without ever sitting at a blank screen again. Let's dive into it. The reason that solopreneurs, people who are doing it by themselves, need a system like this is because it's important to have content no matter what it is, right? You're a podcast, a YouTube video, a newsletter, or a long form article, even social content. You need some way to prove your expertise, to show people that you know what you're talking about. This is not about gaming algorithms. It's about bringing receipts to your professional claims. And if you are constantly behind, if you don't have a good system in place, if you're creating content from scratch that you've already created, you are wasting a ton of time. Time you should be spending going out and looking for leads or doing client work or hosting some sort of workshop to get more people to pay you to do what you do best. And if you have a good system in place, a lot of that disappears. Yes, you still need to make the content, but it's easier to track. It prevents duplication of content, again, from scratch. Repurposing is a big part of a good system, and the system that you build for your content should help you repurpose. But it also helps you automate and delegate when you're ready to get there. So I'm going to show you the simplest solution for creating content, and then I'm going to show you my actual content planner and how I used Claude to make sure it was complete. Now, if you want a complete version of the system I'm going to talk about today, as well as 3 other systems every solopreneur needs for their business, you can head over to streamlined.fm/kit and get my Solopreneur System Starter Kit. That's over at streamlined.fm/kit. I will have a pinned comment below this video as well. In that kit, one of the things I talk about is what is the simplest solution you can have for your content system. Because yes, we see tons of Rube Goldberg machines and interesting things and AI agents and massive amounts of automations and complicated Notion databases. And yeah, that's great, but it already feels overwhelming. It's like telling somebody, hey, you're about to run a 5K. Let's train by running a marathon. You don't need to start there. Start with a mile. Start with half a mile. whatever you're comfortable with. What is the half mile version of your content system? Honestly, I think Trello is a good place to start. It is free, it's really easy to use, and it uses a Kanban board or Kanban board. So you have different statuses and you can work on your content and move it along until it's ready to publish. And the reason you want to have something like this is because part of a good system means batching content and getting ahead of your content. You don't want to feel on Sunday night or Monday morning like you need to record a video right now to hit your Tuesday or Wednesday deadline. And that's going to happen to all of us. It's happened to me recently because I decided to scrap my whole content pipeline, the ideas I had. But most of the time with my podcast, with my newsletter, I am not scrambling the day before or the week before or even the month before. I have a bunch of content ready to go because of this system. And so when you're working on multiple pieces of content, you want to be able to keep track of, oh, what's the idea? What am I recording now? Or what am I writing now? What's out for edit? What is scheduled for publishing? So having a simple Kanban board through Trello is the best way to do that. And again, it is easy to get started for free here. When you're ready to upgrade, you can maybe add team members, add different boards or different views, but Trello is the easiest way to start. What I recommend is having a few statuses. So you can see them here. Idea, pre-production. This is, I'm definitely going to record it and I just need to make the outline. In production means I'm going to record it today or tomorrow or whenever the next time I record is. Ready for edit means it is recorded or written and either someone is going to edit it or I am going to edit it. Edited, it means it's edited. Ready for review if it is edited and I want to look at it, right? So if I have a video editor and I just want to review it, I can put it in that status. Ready for schedule is where I hand things off to my VA. So when something is ready for schedule, she takes it and then schedules it where it needs to be scheduled. Scheduled shows me what I have ready to go. If this number ever gets below 3 or 4, I know I need to create a new set of content for the coming month. And then published, this is all sample data. Published means it's been published. So this is what I recommend. If you are looking at this and going this seems like a lot, if you go again over to streamlined.fm/kit and get my Solopreneur system starter kit, I will give you a prompt that you can just put into Claude to create this database with Notion. Now, I recommend Trello because it is the simplest. It's also a starting point for automation. My system is in Notion, and that's what I want to show you next. So let's go over here. This is my actual content planner. I wanted to start with something pretty basic, and that is my LinkedIn posts. So again, you have slightly different statuses here because I'm not editing LinkedIn posts. I'm going from idea to write to in progress. Ready for review here is once something is marked ready for review, I have a Claude skill that will proofread it for me and then evaluate the hook based on this 5-point criteria for what makes a good LinkedIn hook. It doesn't write anything for me. It just evaluates and tell me if it's a good hook. And then once I take the feedback and integrate it, then I move it over to ready for publish, where my VA will take it, schedule it, and then publish everything. I also have a few other statuses here in LinkedIn for rerun and update or rerun, rework. These are the ones that do well. What I don't have yet is a system for pulling in the impressions or the engagement, but I don't really need to do, I can kind of do that based on vibes right now. So this is part of the repurposing process, right? You don't have to come up with new LinkedIn posts for an entire year, right? If something did well, trained on my voice, this was a really strong opinion about AI, I can rerun this probably in 3 or 6 months, reword it a little differently, update it for any time that has passed. But that idea is something that I will be able to return to, and I know it did well. So that's my LinkedIn planner. The reason I like Notion is because I do have a bunch of different views here, so it's easy for me to organize this. The LinkedIn posts are a little light. I usually do those on like a Sunday when I work on my newsletter, or Monday morning for schedule Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And so I don't feel like I need to be that far ahead. It's kind of more timely. I'm testing longer form content ideas with my LinkedIn posts. So it's not as full. But what I really want to show you is my full content planner here. So you can see that I have 4, short form is kind of on hiatus right now, but 4 tables of content I'm working on, plus a few others for collabs, streamlined podcaster. I'll usually record a bunch of those and release them fairly quickly. And then workflow submissions for people who are applying to do my task teardowns, which is a separate YouTube series, but I want to have that table ready so that if someone wants to do it with me, it's going to be more like a live stream. So this is my content planner. If we go into Streamline Solopreneur, I have a lot of information here about the show to make sure that I'm like following the mission and adhering to keywords. And then I have a bunch of episodes ready to go. Now, as I record this, I have 1 scheduled for publish, which means that next week I will be recording 4 to 5 episodes so that I can stay a month ahead. That's how my process works. And having that here where I see, oh my gosh, there's only 1 green status, I really need to get on top of this. I usually set aside like a Monday or a Friday, because I have no meeting those days, to record. And I have a bunch of views here for everything I want to know about my podcast. So that's the podcast planner. Newsletters, YouTube are going to look similar. I have the default Kanban view here because I'm doing a bunch of stuff, but this is what I use when I'm trying to figure out what my next YouTube video is. And truth be told, I am a little bit behind on YouTube videos because I've changed so much stuff, but I have a lot of ideas now. I have a new process. And so you're going to have growing pains, but having this planner means that when I'm ready to record a bunch of videos, let's say on a Friday, I am not going, oh my God, what am I going to talk about? I'm going to go to the ideas or the pre-production and pull those out and say, okay, these are the ones I'm going to record today. These are the ones that are going to get scheduled next. These are the ones that I'm going to send to my thumbnail designer to design the thumbnail. So that's what my planner looks like. This is how I use it. Logging ideas is a whole other thing, and I do cover that in the Solopreneur System Starter Kit as well. But the fact that I can quickly add ideas and then review them so that I have a plan for recording day is the thing that helps me stay ahead of my content. So I'm not going, oh man, what am I going to talk about today? Now, there is one more thing I want to show you using Claude with the Kit MCP. So as I record this, kit.com just rolled out their MCP. I was lucky enough to beta test it. So you can connect your Kit account directly to Claude. And I love doing this because it helps me get more information on what newsletters are doing well. But this morning, I was working on something where the first thing I did was take a picture of my whiteboard and have Claude add the ideas I wrote on my whiteboard to Notion, one of my favorite ways to capture ideas, and just like an incredible use case for Claude. If you want to see exactly how I do that, leave a comment below. But as I was doing this, I realized, because I have a somewhat incomplete database of my newsletters in Notion. And so I asked Claude, hey, using the Kit MCP, can you go back 18 months, which is about where I did that hard pivot on my newsletter to move fully away from podcasting to systems for solopreneurs? Can you go back the last 18 months, see what's missing from my newsletters database, and add the subject lines, the content, the publish date, and the broadcast URL? And it did that super well. So if we go into the newsletters database, we'll see a much more complete version than I had this morning. And if I look at one of these, we see the broadcast link and we already see the publish date, and then we actually see the content. Now, something else here is that I also have a related LinkedIn post. Truth be told, this is an automation I was testing in Zapier to take the newsletter content, use that framework, don't add anything, and just see if it could reconfigure my newsletter into a LinkedIn post. I don't use this very often. I usually don't like what it puts out, but this at least gives me an idea for what I should pull out of the newsletter to publish on LinkedIn. But this was an automation I was testing. Everybody kind of has their own comfort level with AI. I feel very strongly that I don't want AI to write for me at all. I just wanted to review what I've written, but I was testing this because repurposing is really hard. And if I can get it to create a good LinkedIn post without adding anything, any of its language, just taking only the words I used in the newsletter and turning it into a LinkedIn post, then that would be really good. I've been underwhelmed. Maybe I'll try it again with Claude, but that's why that exists. And I wanted to call that out because if you've been following me for a while, you know how I feel about AI writing content. And so I did want to call that out. But the really important thing for me here is that I now have a complete list of all of my Solopreneur System newsletters. I can see them in the calendar, and I can, most importantly, search by subject line or by content to make sure that I'm not starting from scratch. Maybe I do, right? Maybe I have some of these that were published where it would be good to revisit, right? When is a tool worth switching? I wrote this almost a year ago. Is this something that I want to revisit? If it is, I can build on what I have here. And maybe I just repurpose it into a video or a podcast episode, but I'm not starting from scratch. And that is really the power of having a good content system, is that you are not panicking the night before you feel you need to publish to figure out what you're going to talk about, that you're not wasting time reinventing the wheel on things you've already talked about, that you have a clear system for republishing, and that you're never starting with a blank page, a blinking cursor looking at you, mocking you. That's what a good content system can do for you. You will get ahead with your content so that you can take a vacation without your laptop because you don't need to hit publish or record or write. Or just if you get sick. What happens if you get sick and you don't have anything in the pipeline? Are you going to record sick? Are you going to miss a week? Or are you going to have something in the tank ready to go because you have a good back catalog? You're able to batch that content. So that is why we need a good content system, the simplest version, and then a look at my system in Notion and how I'm using it with Claude. Again, if you want to get the Solopreneur System Starter Kit, there is a huge section on the content system. I touch on what I talk about here, but then I have all subsystems for writing, making videos, recording a podcast. You can get that over at streamlined.fm/kit. Let me know, what are you using for your content system? Is it Post-it notes? Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, I hope you find some space in your week.